Marcus, thank you. An investigation is underway for a store off of State Street that was robbed at gunpoint Sunday night. That's according to witnesses. Police were told 3 people walked into the store. One of them went behind the counter. When an employee confronted him, he told that employee he had a gun. Police say things were stolen from the store, but no arrests have been made.